Hello students, this is Mr. Lesage, and this lesson is help for students who are struggling with the division by fractions in the Math 6 course. In your course, you are taught to use something like this to figure out how to do division with fractions. We have 6 divided by 1/2. You would take these boxes and you would cut them into halves this way, or vertically like I'm doing here, or horizontally, doesn't matter. And each one of these would be labeled 1/2. And then you'd be able to count all of those together. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. So 6 divided by 1/2 would equal 12. That's one of the ways that they show to do division. Another way is something like this, where we have 4 of the large figures, and we say, let's divide that by 1/5. So you can see we create 5 sections in each one of those big ones to see what that answer would be. And if we count up to 5 here, 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 and here, we end up with 20. So 4 divided by 1/5 equals 20. Now, that's the way that Edgenuity teaches this concept. There's a way that teachers for years and years and years have been teaching this, and that's this model, where we say, let's take our number 6, we're going to divide it by 1/2, and we're going to use this little phrase to remind us what we're doing, keep, change, flip. But what we're really using is the idea that we have reciprocals, and that division and multiplication are reciprocal operations. So when we divide by 1/2, that's the same thing as multiplying by 2. We keep the 6 the same, we change the sign, and we flip this number over. We change to the reciprocal operation, so we have to use the reciprocal of our number. And you can see when we take 6 times 2 now, we get 12. So 6 divided by 1/2 is the same, it's equivalent to the reciprocal 6 times 2, reciprocal operation and the reciprocal number. And that gives us a total of 12, just like we got when we did it with their model. Their model can get a little bit problematic when we end up with a problem like this, 6 divided by 3/5. So do we draw 6 of the big squares and cut it up into fifths and try to count 3? What is the way to do that? And students can spend so much time trying to think their way through that problem that when they get to the end of the problem, they could be confused. If we use the method I just showed you, the reciprocal, 6 divided by 3/5, we keep the 6, we change to the reciprocal operation, we use the reciprocal of the number 3/5, which is 5/3, 6 times 5/3 now, we multiply the top numbers together, 6 times 5 is 30, multiply the bottom numbers together, we get 3, 30 divided by 3 equals 10. So 6 divided by 3/5 will give us 10. If you're struggling with using the graphics like this that Edgenuity uses, please feel free to use this method instead, where you keep, change, and flip. And that will work with any of the division problems we have. Both numbers could be fractions, they could both be whole numbers. It always works because we're using a reciprocal operation and the reciprocal number. I hope that helps with those of you that have had trouble with that lesson. Some people find those graphics a very, very useful tool. Others get terribly confused by them. That's it for now. This is Mr. Lesage with help for Math 6.